Today, in a new TouchDesigner tutorial, we're going to create a noisy blob. In this tutorial, we're going to create like a blobby, noisy thing. And if you want to think about it, how we can create a blob, it's like similar to a metaball. I'm going to show you. And with the metaball, yeah, you have like a sphere, but with not high quality. And if you want to move, you don't put more qualities, like you change the shape. But the cool about the Metaballs, I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to put a merge. It's like I'm going to zoom and move this to the left. So you can see the merge of these two shapes. It's like water, like a liquid. So that is cool. But for the computer, it's expensive to do this calculation. So a friend of mine talked to me about this technique. It's like a fake blob. But how we can do that is first we need to create a 3D space. So for that, we're going to use a circle because it's cheap and it's not as too much difficult to the computer process this. And we need transform. After that, we need a geometry and a camera, light. We need a render here. For the render, we're going to use a square. Perfect. And we need, just for now, just to see how this would look. And we need a null. We're going to put the name to blobs. I'm going to preview all of this. Nice. So how we can do this fake effect? First, we need a lot of these circles. So for that, I'm going to create a circle. Sorry, not a circle, a noise. And for the noise, I'm going to put full color. The period is okay. Maybe, yeah, I think that's okay, normal. And we need to change the size. I want 3 and 3 because I don't want too much circles. I just want a few. And maybe we can change this 4D and transform to the animate this. ABS time, that's seconds, multiply 0.05 because I want to move very slow. And we need to enable, yeah, we're going to do an instance. So for that, I'm going to connect here to a null, will be position, okay? And I'm going to connect this to here, position, RGB. So we have this element moving around, okay? And you can see it's in this position, it's in this area. So we need to center all of this. So for that, we can use point transform and go to align and we select origin and origin, and now it's in the center. Another thing that we can do if you want to, we can add a math. And you can say, for example, if you want to move more to the left or right, so you can see it's moving. But right now, I'm just going to put it there if you want to move all of this. And I'm going to duplicate this noise. Okay. And what I want is add a size, a scale to all of this. This noise will be monochrome. And yeah, we just need that. We have it's moving. Let me check. Yes, it's moving. We have the animation. And we're going to create a null. Will be the scale. And I'm going to add a math 2, just if you want to change the scale of all of this. Because right now, the scale go to 0 to 1. I'm going to connect that to the scale RG. So yeah, we have a few elements. So we can see how this look. First, I'm going to change the noise. Maybe not here. I'm going to just move in seed. Maybe in 0. So it's moving. Pull and yeah. And for the scale, first we need to do this element very small, so we can do it, change the scale using this math. So for that, I don't want to be 0 will be minimum, at least 0.1, maybe this 0.2, and this, I don't know, 0.1. And for the scale, we can put more things, maybe 2 and 2. Not all the same scale. I want to create things like that. And another thing that we need to do is change the position of the camera, will be 2. So we start to create things like that. Okay. And let me see that everything is okay. We can change the size of the circle. We don't need high quality. Why? Because with the blobs, we can add here how to say it. It's like sorry for a moment I lost a blur. That is it. We need a blur. And Paola is like, Paola, this is horrible. What we are doing? The idea is when we do that, we transform this to a trace, and with the trace we are starting creating this thing, this fusion. Obviously, depend of the blur, how the sphere show up here. It's more liquid or not. So you can see that thing. So this area is just for preview. It's ugly, but don't worry. The important thing is our here. So we can, right now, I'm going to disable this because when I disable, I have the same circles. I don't like it, but I'm going to, oh sorry, I disable everything. Okay. I'm going to put this because I want a lot of circles. So first we need to do a few things. For the noise, we need to put the common, we need to do 30 bits RGB. So it's, you can see now we fix the shake. Here is shaking, much quality, smooth, beautiful, it's moving around, cool. And for the size, yeah, we can do the same if you want for the size. So we have something like that. If you want to put more spheres, you can go here. I can create a constant if you want. Constant. I'm going to put X and Y. And I'm going to put maybe 5 and 5 and see what happened. I need to do it for the set, put the two noises. So I'm going to select both and change the X and Y. Okay. So then we add the blur, and here you can see it's much better, this weird thing moving around. And after that, we need to do the same. We need geometry, a camera. If you want a light, maybe we can use this light if you want. Now we're going to use another one. And render here, and again the transform, and then the same network. I put out. Don't worry, we need to fix a few things so you can see this much better. The render will be the same, a square. Yeah. For the transform, we need to enable that. We need to see that everything is okay. So what is the problem? It's like, Paula, we see the square. It's because now the render is rendering everything. We need just the geometry 2, that will be this one. And we need the light 2. And we need the camera 2. And for this one, we need to do the same. Geometry 1, light 1. Cool. One direction. Okay. And then we put the zoom for this image to, you can see here is cutting, so maybe 1. Yeah. So we have this blobby effect. And we can play, if you want, a little bit with the size. Maybe it's too big. Maybe something like that. So you create spaces. Okay, perfect. After that, we need to add, it depends of the material of what you're going to do. But in this case, we need to add a PBR or font, because the idea is here, add an edge. But I want to show you this. You can see with the edge, we have just lines around this stroke and the edges. Because we don't have too much information. The cool about the edges is like you can play with this and you can see it's like I want more details. But this image is simple, too simple, that the edge doesn't work. So we need to create a complex image to the edge, create more lines and detect more things. So for that, it's like we need to do a few things. First, we need depends, we can try with a font or a PBR, but I want to create like, use this reflection of the light. So for that, I prefer the PBR because the metallic is much better. So for that, I'm going to use environment light. And we need a movie file in, need a blur. And then we need to connect this to here. But for the image, I'm going to use this sky. And I'm going to put a blur. Cool. For the material will be simple. Well, we don't need something too complicated. So for that, I'm going to create a PBR. And then we need a noise. And for the noise, we need at least maybe the period 2, not too noisy, or not too, noisy. And the exponent, I want to create something like this black and white. And not too much, something like that. And we can change the resolution if you want. Maybe something like that, a square 2. And if you want, you can animate this. We can do it with here, ABS time, that seconds, multiply 0.1. Yeah. So we have that, and I'm going to put here, we just need the color, so it's not too complicated. And for that will be color. And I'm going to add this to the map, color map. And I'm going to connect this to here. Don't worry, we need to add more things. For the PBR, we need to change the roughness because I don't want to add a clean surface. So I don't know, is surface or superficie? I don't know, but this area, I'm going to put maybe the words that I don't know here in the screen, so much better for you. But you can see right now we have these elements around, so we can check the edge. And we're starting to have more information on here, so cool. So I'm going to put color to that edge to remember we need to check all the time. Cool. We are creating something. And I'm going to create a ramp. And for the ramp, you can check what color you want, because we're going to then create a composite to merge everything. So yeah, you can try and check what color is the best. I'm going to just In my case, in my example, I create this one, so we can check this one. So what I did is create this one and put this color, and for the limit here is here the same, but what's they call the number? This one, 428. So it's something like that. Okay, it's not complicated. It's a simple ramp. I'm going to put color to this what I did, and then we create like here a little cap. So we have that. Simple, not complex. The trick, I think so, is we need to duplicate this shape or this geometry. I'm going to duplicate this geometry. I'm going to change and I'm going to duplicate this camera. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to put color to the camera, so this is white, and to the geometry blue. To right now, this render needs to be to camera 3, geo 3. Yeah, and the light is okay. Let me check that everything's okay. Geo camera 3, geo 3, light 2. It's okay. But what we need to do is change a few things. For example, this camera is in this position. Now I want to close. Nice. And then I want to merge all of this. About the color, you can do it in this way. Just maybe create that, and maybe because I need to duplicate this PBR, we can maybe duplicate this PBR because we need a different color. I'm going to duplicate this ramp, change the color, maybe, I don't know. We can try and figure it out. Duplicate all this path. So we have this blue, light blue, I think so. And then we have that, and I'm going to enable to this. Let me check in render, PBR2, yeah. I don't see it blue. Let me check if I'm doing right. Because I can see this is moving to... Okay, yes, I put the material to this one. No, Paula, this is not to the camera, to the geometry. My mistake, okay. So we have the two shapes here, cool. So after that, what we can do is create a composite. I'm going to move all of this here. I can create a composite. And try to figure it out what is the best combination. So for example, we had that, and we can enable then the edge and see more details. But we can, we need to, again, more complex image. For me, what I did, I started create a rotation to this ABS time, that seconds, multiply minus maybe 10, not too much, 5. And after that, I go to the palette, image filter, and I go to the bloom, copy and paste, and I connect that to each of the renders because I want a complex. We have the weird things like that. I want to connect that. I want to connect that. Much better. We can see it's blending the bloom or much better. I can show you the difference. This one and this one. So you can see the difference, and even I can add a transform to a black at the background. Give me a second. So you can see with bloom, without bloom. Even with the bloom, I like it a lot, this thing. Maybe it's the yellow is too saturated, but here you have more information. Here is 2 color, maybe 3 mixing. together. Here you have a combination of color, just adding a bloom. So after that, we can see what happened with the edge. And with the edge, we are starting to see great or beautiful combinations of the blending of the color. So what I need to do is, yes, we need to create maybe more a complex, again, a complex image, adding more details. I'm going to move this. For that, I'm going to add here a null, and we need to create the best friend, as always, the feedback. Right now. Feedback. Add a keyboard in, just for reset this keyboard in. And we need to connect this to the reset. And we need transform. And this will be a level. And connect everything with a composite. Connect here. Give the feedback the composite. Don't worry about all of this because everything is disappear. We need a maximum. And for the pulse, we can change this. And the idea about this, we want to give like a path to like change the scale. So we create this. Let me add the color. I'm going to disable this so you can see the difference. This is 2D with a little bit of the opacity. This is moving to the background, so we create like this is go to the background. You can see it's like creating these great lines. So that help us to create a more complex image. And after that, we can start adding more effects. If you are in Patreon, you can have access to this effect. But because I use it a lot and I create my own things, I'm going to use the glow. Yeah, I'm going to use everything. I can show you what I did. Okay, so we can go step by step. First, we need the glow because I want to create a better glow to all of this, like a detail. If you don't know what is this glow, I can go inside and you can see I just create a chat mix, and then I create a blur of the image with different numbers and create a composite with the screen, a level, and then adding to the image. But yeah, we can select the intensity of all of this if you want. Okay, so we have the glow, and right now we can start connecting the edge. And the cool about the edge is like we can have that. We can start. I'm going to move this, moving around. I want 10 because I want a lot of details. And the cool thing, we can add another edge here. So with the second edge, we create these noisy, weird areas that I liked a lot. We can see if I want more or not. I'm going to put 2 maybe. I like it a lot. And we can return to the beginning and say, no, I don't want too much. Maybe it's 3. Maybe it's 3, a few elements, a few blobs. Because right now it's a complex image. Maybe it's just 1. Yeah, depend of the blobs that you are creating. I'm going to put more because I want to maybe 4. Okay. And another thing that I thought, what happened in between, I can show you at the end. I can create a painting. Again, a painting. What is this? It's a feedback, more complex. A null, feedback, noise here, a slope put together with an average, create a displace level and connect with a maximum. So create like that lines around. But for me, in this moment was too chaos, something too much. I can change the opacity. But I thought what happened if I can move this, painting here, and then connect it to the edge, the second edge. And then we connect this edge to here. So what happened is we are detecting this line, we are creating this line, like painting, and the edge is creating a second information about that. So that is cool. It's like, I like it a lot. And after that, we can play obviously with level, saturation, all kind of stuff you want, or saturation or contrast. You can create something like that. What do we just want? The gamma. Yeah. And after that, we can go to, sorry, to image filter. Sorry again, my voice. Pad, you can go to here, RGBA delay. The delay thing, we connect here. And the idea is we add a little of color. This is too much, but for me it's like here's 1, 2, and 3. So we create a little bit of weird colors here. And if you want, we don't going to use the grain, or if you want, the grain is just a noise, a level, and we mix together with the overlay, a composite. It's like adding details, but in this case, maybe we don't need it too much. Yeah, we don't see it too much. Yeah, I think, yeah, the focus, yes, is important. And I'm going to connect here. If you want to the focus is we select a RAM and we create a Luma blur. So in this case, for example, I want to focus just maybe in the center, in this line. If you want a circular, but for me it's vertical. Yeah. So we have something like that. Is sometimes in this moment is too fast. We can change this speed. Maybe 2. Maybe it's 1. Very, very slow. And you can see the details around happening here. And obviously we can go to the level. Let's try to figure it out. What do we want to see? Something like that. So yeah, and you can check what happens if we put more glow. It's like more details. What happens if we change, for example, the scale of this? So we can create weird thing. What happens is bigger. So yeah, depend of what you want to create. In my case, I want to this one. Is what you're going to do. So yeah. And this is the tutorial. You can try it and move everything around, all of this. Even for me, I try with another edge. This is too much, but you can try. Or you can try, for example, with the edge. I want to continue with the color, or what happens if we enable this. We have the same shape with just with the color. But I prefer this black and white weird thing. And with the what is the painting, you can try what happens if these areas they are more noisy. So yeah, the cool thing is like we create weird things at the edge. So yeah. So I hope you like it, and if you have any question, just let me know. And Patreon, Discord, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. And see you in the next tutorial. Bye. Hi, it's me again. Yeah, I forgot something very, very important. Sometimes when you create a trace, you're going to like flicking or lose for a second the information. So don't be scared. You just need to change the threshold, try to find the best for you shape. So yeah, maybe I don't have the glitch here, but it's just you can change it here. It's like too much detail on now. Because when you ask for too much detail, it's like the system, the trace like I don't get it everything. So I don't get everything. So don't worry, just you need to change this. So yeah, that is the last message. Very, very important. So yeah, good luck. Bye.